Doody, did you watch the documentary about people standing in line to see Star Wars called Star Wait? No, I did not, but that would be interesting. You're talking about the original Star Wars, yes. Oh, you guys want to hear some Doody lore about Star Wars? Doody lore about Star Wars. Yeah, me too, John. So here's some Doody Star Wars lore. So the first movie that I actually saw was not New Hope. I was only 2 when that came out. Not Empire Strikes Back. But the first movie I actually saw was Return of the Jedi. That's right, Return of the Jedi. And you might say to yourself, well, how did you watch Return of the Jedi? Well, it was 1983. And I don't know why. I don't know what possessed me, but I saw a commercial for it. And I was living in Pennsylvania at the time, and the area where I lived actually had busing and all that. The busing system was really good. And I was about 8, I think, 7 or 8 years old. And I wanted to go see Star Wars. And of course, no one wanted to take Star Wars. No one wanted to take Doody to go see Star Wars. Doody was very sad and upset. He was. No, not Pittsburgh. It's on the East Coast. So, nobody wanted to go, and I was sad, man. I was really upset, and I was like, what the fuck? Nobody wants to take me to go see Star Wars, and nobody was into it, and I was very sad and depressed, right? So, Doody, like the ambitious individual he is, I saved some money. That's right. I think I saved like $25. Just doing odd jobs or whatever, just saving money, because Doody wanted to go see Star Wars. And at 8 years old, Doody decided that the closest place to him to watch it was a drive-in movie theater. A drive-in movie theater in New Jersey. Yes. There was a drive-in movie theater in New Jersey, and the reason why, dude, I was like 7 or 8. I forgive me, right? For some reason, I thought movies were at drive-in theaters. I don't know why. We went there, dude. I was young. I was young and stupid. I was a bit regarded too. Okay. All I remember is that my aunt took the family and us to a drive-in movie theater, and the first movie we saw was The Secret of Ninth. Everybody remember that movie, The Secret of Ninth? For some reason, it weirded me the fuck out. It weirded me the fuck out. I don't know why I watched it. It weirded me out, and it was at a drive-thru. The only thing I remember was sitting on top of the car in blankets because it was cold as fuck. So in my brain, I thought, okay, if you want to go see a movie, you go to a drive-in movie theater. And the only one that I knew about was this one in Jersey. It wasn't that far away from my house, but it was a good distance. So me, I ambitious, I ask questions, I look around, and I find out how to get to the drive-in movie theater. That's right. And don't forget, I'm living in Pennsylvania at the time. So one night, I decided, I'm going to just jump on the bus. I took the bus into downtown, and then there was a shuttle bus that would run from downtown to New Jersey. And it was literally, it would drop you off. I think it dropped me off like maybe like 5 or 6 blocks away from the movie theater. So, of course, I go to the drive-in movie theater. I'm a small kid. And I remember the attendant looking at me like, where the fuck's your family? Like, where? And I'm like, oh, I'm here by myself. And the guy looked at me, didn't even bat an eye. He was just like, okay. So I paid for my ticket to get in. And I went and I found a spot in a drive-in theater and sat on the floor. And I watched the movie. And all of a sudden, a car pulled up next to me and was like, didn't say nothing to me. But the guy kept looking over. And then he finally asked me, he was like, oh, where's your family? And I was like, oh, I'm here by myself, you know. And the guy's like, what? Like, he was so confused. I'm like, yeah. And he was like, do you live close by here? I was like, yeah, I live close by here. No, he had a family. So they kept looking at me because I was literally just sitting on the floor of a drive-in movie theater watching Star Wars. So the guy felt really bad for me, I guess. And he said, you want a blanket? And the guy was very nice to me and his family. And he had a son. And a daughter. He had like 3 kids, and it was his wife. No, it wasn't a kidnap story. No. They were nice. And I wasn't that stupid, right? They were just nice to me. And I think they had like it was not a minivan. They had a station wagon at the time. So the kids wanted to go up on top of the whatchamacallit and watch it. And the guy was very nice to me. He said, oh, would you like to sit on top with, the what? And I said, yeah, sure. And I did. And it was more comfortable than sitting on the floor. A little bit. I was touched a little bit. Trust me. When I tell people this story, I got told my mom this story a few years back, and she was so pissed off at me because, of course, you know you can get kidnapped and all this shit. I was 8 years old. I didn't know any fucking better. I wanted to go see Star Wars, so I saw Star Wars. It was great. Return of the Jedi. It just sucked me in. I became a huge Star Wars fan, and then for like 2 years, all I kept talking about was Star Wars. It was ridiculous. And then the guy was nice. The guy was like, "Oh, do you need a ride home?" And I was like, "No, sir. I'm good, but thank you." He's like, "Okay." So I left the movie theater. I remember waiting for the shuttle. It literally took like an hour. So I'm out here like near a major highway for an hour waiting for a shuttle. And this was like at 11 o'clock at night. And I got on the shuttle, got to the city, took the bus, got home like around 1 o'clock. And no one batted an eye. No one batted an eye. Nobody was like, "Where the fuck are you?" Dude, it was, yeah, I know. It was bad. I know. Well, this was 1983, so it was a different time. Where were my parents? Sleeping, I believe. It was a weird time. And my mom, look, you know, God bless my mom. She tried her best. She had to deal with 7 kids. I was a middle child, so, you know, I was kind of left to my own vices. Like, my mom had 2 younger siblings from my stepdad, right? So she had to deal with them. And then my mom had 4 older, my 3 older brothers and my sister. So she had to deal with them. And then my sister was the only girl, so she had to deal with them. So I kind of got left to my own vices, like, you know. Like, I was a good kid. I did my homework. I wasn't, look, dude, trust me. I have 3 brothers that all dropped out of high school when they were 16 years old. I was good. I did my work. I didn't bother anybody. I was very quiet. I kept to myself. No trouble from me. So my mom's kind of like, "All right, you seem to be a normal one, so I will let you be." No, I wasn't a prodigy. I was just left to my own vices. And yes, 8 years old, going to Jersey to watch fucking Star Wars at the thing now that I think about it is just me sitting there in a drive-in movie theater watching Star Wars. That's the only thing that just like, my God. And my thing is that no one blinked a fucking eye. The guy that let me in didn't blink an eye. The guy that was next to me in the car, he looked a little concerned.
Again tonight?
He'll be back to his normal self. He'll try, but a pig always reverts. His stripes always come back. So yeah. So I was devices. Is that your own device? Devices, is that a term? Yeah, that's a term. Don't mock Doody. That's an old term. You were left to your own devices. Yes. So I had look, man. Look, I grew up poor. There were a lot of siblings, and I tried my best. And did I do stupid shit? Yes, I did. But for the most part, 95% of the time, I was a good kid. I didn't bother anybody. I did my work. I didn't yell back at my parents. I was very respectful. I was good. I wasn't the one they had to worry about, okay? My older siblings were always getting the shit. My sister got boy crazy when she hit puberty. And then my 2 younger brothers were just a hot mess. So, Doody got shortchanged. Yeah, I'm the anti-sibling. Yeah. I got a lot of fucking siblings. Yeah, God. Oh my God, yeah. Anyway, there you go. Doody lore. You know, the crazy shit is that my daughter's 21 years old, and I'm like a helicopter dad. I try not to. I try to build independence in her. But, dude, whenever she to this day, when she drives to school, like, I say a prayer every fucking... Like, when my daughter drives to school, I say a prayer like, "Dear Lord, please protect her. Make sure she doesn't get in an accident." Like, every like, don't let her get kidnapped. If she sees a white panel van, have her ignore it. You know, because she can be very trusting. My daughter's a very sweet, empathetic person. But I'm just like, please, God, like, don't, you know, and then, you know, because I knew I grew up with all that crazy shit, and I had parents that were the complete opposite. So, Yeah, I said no. I'm never gonna be like that. Like fuck that. Like my kid never went anywhere without me knowing her. No, 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 no. So weird. So weird. Uh, I try to be. I try to be a good parent. I just think about all the stupid shit I did as a kid. You know. You should make a spoon question out of things from the previous streams. Yeah, that would be great. But I don't know. I don't want to make it too difficult. I like to make it fun. You teach your daughter to avoid the game you used to run. I try, brother. I try. And the thing is, okay. I love my daughter. She's a little bit naive. So I try to not let her be exposed to those type of things. So maybe I shouldn't do that, but who knows? All right, you like the number guessing, Kaylee? Okay, we could try different things. Doody likes to try different things. So okay, all right. I hope you guys did. You guys like the Doody lore? I thought I talked about that before. I thought I talked about that. I went to a drive-in when I was like 8 years old by myself. Yeah, it's a story that they'll say it in my. I told my wife about it. She didn't believe me, and then she asked my mom, and mom said yes. So it'll be something they recite in my funeral probably. So. Crazy how time changed. Oh yeah, I mean this was 1983, so I mean I was 8, 1983. It's a lot crazy.